Hey John, do you want to go on a Disney vacation?
Heck yeah, Jess, but I need help planning.
Well, I am just the person to help. I work for a company called Straight Away Travel, and I am a Disney specialist. Think of me as your Disney travel advisor. I'm your go-to person to plan and book your Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Cruises, and Aulani Resort vacation. If you are looking to book but are unsure of where to start, email me at jess@straightawaytravel.com.
Welcome to Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast.
Zip-A-Dee-Doo-Dah! Zip-A-Dee-Yay!
Oh my.
My, oh my! Parks and Pixie today. Anyways.
Brer Rabbit's at it again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. We are such nerds. Anyways,
What
welcome.
an intro. Welcome back.
Parks and Pixie Dust.
Season 2, Episode 2.
Woo!
It's its golden birthday.
You're so right.
Let's have an 18-month long celebration.
Yeah. A year and a half. Oh my gosh, John. What are we talking about today, John?
We are talking about Splash Mountain because
Yes.
as we've touched on, it is closing. Well, it's closing.
It's closed.
Or it'll be closed January 23rd.
So right now, okay, this is scary to think. Holy crap. So when this episode airs of February 22nd, I might have a freaking newborn.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Wow.
That's terrifying.
That would be like 2-week-old.
Who the knows? We'll see.
100th of a year old.
Exactly. 20 or 2,000 hours old.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm just being a idiot. Anyways, so we might have, and that's why we are recording these episodes early, because Steve and I are going to be a little busy.
Just a bit.
And I'm going to have some milk on tap. So TMI. Anyways, so that'll be fun. So yeah,
Life, it happens.
So, little Natalie, I'm sure we'll post a photo of her on New Podcaster.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
For sure. That'll be great.
With her Minnie Mouse themed room.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It is. It looks nice. And dressing her up in all of the different outfits that you have.
Can't wait, man.
The Princess Leia one is pretty great.
That one is awesome. Yes. Love it. So that's really scary right now to think about that.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Woo!
Well, all right.
Dang.
But we are talking about Splash Mountain
Yes.
today, the history.
Yes.
Because it is closing.
Yep.
And it has been closed. We don't know yet when Disneyland's closes.
Correct. We can't predict the future right now.
No, unfortunately not. But yeah, so we just wanted to kind of like pay some tribute to Splash Mountain before it turns to Tiana's ride.
Which I know you and I at first, we had our opinions. We were like, I'm pissed because it's a classic. But it's like, you know what? Well, after doing some research and it probably needs to change. I mean, I'm gonna miss it, I'm not gonna lie, but I think obviously with my opinion, the Tiana's Bayou Adventure fits perfect at Disneyland. I think it'll be great. Disney does amazing with theming of things, so I'm not worried.
They'll figure it out with Disney World.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it might have like a more Western type feel of New Orleans than Disneyland's. So we'll see.
Yep. So what we kind of want to talk about today is a little Splash Mountain history, just to pay some tribute. Kind of to just talk about, though, how Splash Mountain was like developed, right? So they really wanted a log flume ride. So in 1983, there was an Imagineer named Tony Baxter.
Yep. He, just to cut in, he was behind Thunder Mountain and Indiana Jones.
Oh.
So
good guy.
He's a good guy.
Good dude.
Yeah.
He wanted the ride to be called Zip-A-Dee River Run.
Yeah.
This included scenes from Song of the South.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a movie. Then the CEO at the time, which was Michael Eisner, correct? He wanted to name it Splash Mountain to help kind of promote a film called Splash.
Yeah.
With Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks about the mermaid.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And then in 1987 was kind of when the roadmap of the ride was like underway. And did you know that Splash Mountain was actually one of Disney's most expensive projects? Mm-hmm. So dang.
Yeah.
In 1988, the surrounding area was actually named Critter Country, and it used to be called Bear Country, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
because they had the characters walking around in Disneyland since day one.
Okay.
Because the movie came out in 1941, I believe.
Okay.
So they're just like, let's come up with a ride that features these characters because they're just like kind of like walking around.
Right. Right. So Bear Country was a movie?
Oh, no. Bear Country was called Bear Country because Country Bear Jamboree.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And that was the only land or only thing in that land. And, you know, it was exciting at the beginning, but then it sat with no real like traffic.
Yeah.
For
especially
15
at land.
Years.
Gosh, that's all the way in the corner of the flippin' theme park.
Yeah. So they wanted to bring people over there.
Yeah.
That's when they're just like, we should put in a flume ride.
Yeah.
And Imagineers at first didn't want to do a flume ride.
Okay.
But then they're just like, we'll spruce it up a little bit, like theme the heck out of it.
Yep.
So.
Well, now, at land, they have Winnie the Pooh next to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is great because, that area really is kind of a dead end, right, in the park. Mm-hmm. So I like that area because it's like, you pass by Haunted Mansion and then you pass Splash Mountain. You can watch the drop, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's always fun.
And then you go to Winnie the Pooh and then you can go get a flippin' Winnie the Pooh souvenir at the shop, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice little area. Yeah. It's fun.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. So that's interesting. Okay, so it was named then.
So
Critter Country. Okay.
They named it Critter Country because of all like the animal animatronics that they had in the ride.
Okay.
Which
makes sense.
Are from an older attraction at Disneyland called America Sings.
Oh.
Which was like, a bunch of animals singing patriotic songs and, kind of a tribute to America.
Okay.
Who knew?
Oh my gosh. So we're in America. Holy crap.
They're just like, we're closing this ride. What are we going to do with all these animatronics?
Oh.
And they're like, shove it in this new ride, Splash Mountain.
Oh.
So
okay.
They didn't want to throw them all out,
Yeah. So in 1989, apparently the ride was basically ready, but the problem was that actually with the big drop, they had to sort of like redesign to make sure that guests didn't get too wet with the big drop.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like it came up. Were they actually in the log when they were testing it, or were they just throwing logs down there and then it would just kind of like be absolutely drenched?
I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'd have to look that up, but I think that'd be funny if they're actually in it.
That would be. Yeah, you learn from your mistakes, idiots. No.
Yeah, because
we're not calling Imagineers idiots.
You're not an idiot. You're a genius.
We're idiots.
But so that was kind of funny because I feel like I remember maybe this was this on that documentary? Remember the Behind the Attraction? Wasn't there one about Splash Mountain? I can't remember if there was.
Yeah, I think so.
And because it talked about how it like sunk or something. I felt like.
Yeah. So they had to trim off 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Imagine like those things weigh a ton already.
Right.
And they had to shed 500 pounds.
I think they had to change it to be 7 guests in the log instead of 8.
Yeah. And
oh my God.
And like there are actually 6 seats in the log, but the back seat is like meant for a parent and a child. Sure. But, yeah. That's why I kind of like Splash Mountain and Disney World's better.
I do too.
Yeah.
Because you don't get as wet.
Yeah. Side by side. And
and there's actually a bar like
there is now. There didn't used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember when they added the bar, but
okay.
Yeah, you were just kind of like holding on, making sure you don't fly out. Just little side tangent on Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I don't know if like in maybe they fixed it for California because Disney World's opened up first.
Right.
But like the middle seat in the back, in the back row, that didn't have a seat belt, or at least I don't think so. No, it didn't have a lap bar or something.
Oh.
So it just had
they just have seat belts and then they have the bars on the side you can hang on to.
Yeah, it was like a strap and then a seat belt.
Okay.
And my mom always sat in that seat. Thanks, Mom. Although that would have been fun.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Yeah,
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
That's how you learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe we should put something more secure there. Thanks for testing it out, guests.
Yeah. Oh my God. I always love, so with Splash Mountain, the best part is taking the photo, right? Like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
I think I might have posted this on our Instagram, funny photos from Splash Mountain. And there was a photo of my family and my brother was like flashing the camera.
Oh yeah.
He like lifted up his shirt. He's like, it was so funny. Oh my God. Yeah. I love that. And then didn't you guys pretend to be a pirate or something? Like,
yeah, when we went with my college roommate or college friends.
Yeah.
We were there on that day on it was International Talk Like a Pirate Day. So we had like pirate hats, like eye patches, and then we each had like an accessory.
Yep.
Whether it was like a hook or a telescope or something or a sword. So then when the drop came, like we had on all of our hats and everything. We're doing like a pose. And we got off, and the lady at the picture stand just like, I've never seen this before. This is the greatest picture.
Oh my God, that's so
But
great.
I know like a bunch of people always do other things. It's so funny, like how clever people are with what they do. So
fun. Oh my God. So, okay, so the official opening of Splash Mountain at Disneyland, because obviously the original, was July 17th of 1989, the year I was born.
Holy cow.
I know.
Wow.
So Splash Mountain's older than me because I wasn't born until November.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then Disney World's actually opened in October of 92. And as well as actually Tokyo Disneyland's opened a day. They opened like a day apart from each other in 92.
Yeah, that's right. Tokyo was, it was October 2nd for World and then 1st for Tokyo, right?
Probably. Yeah, I didn't look up specific dates, but yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So Tokyo Land, Disneyland, got it as well.
Yeah. There's some interesting things about the differences with like length and drops and stuff. So Disneyland is 9 minutes and 18 seconds long. There are 3 drops, and it's in Critter Country.
Yep.
Tokyo's is 10 minutes with 4 drops in Critter Country.
Okay.
And then Disney World is 11 minutes and 45 seconds with 5 drops in Frontierland.
Disney World always having a one-up.
Yep. Oh, I gotta be bigger. And longer.
Where's the button?
I know.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the button.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
We'll get it next time.
Yes. That's so interesting, though.
Yeah.
So wait, at Tokyo Disney, you said Tokyo, right? So they have a Critter Country as well.
Yeah. They have Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to go.
Piglet was always my favorite. Winnie the Pooh. I have a Piglet stuffed animal.
Oh, bother.
I know. So cute. Very interesting. Okay, so the length. Well, because at Land, okay, so comparing, obviously I've only been at Disneyland's and Disney World's, here in the States. With Land, obviously it's a single file, right? Log.
Yeah.
And then with World, obviously you're sitting next to each other.
As well as Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo is sitting next to each other?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lands is like flipping crazy because the drops. So what's so crazy about the drops is it's almost like, it's kind of the way that I drive my Beetle, like a jack. Bleep, because like...
I was trying to figure out which word you were trying to say, but then I figured it out.
Yeah. I just drive around like an idiot in my little Beetle because, it's low to the ground and you can drive fast and just drive around corners like an idiot. That is how I would describe Splash Mountain Disneyland, how I drive. Woman driver here. But like, it's literally like you go down a drop and then it turns a corner and water just pours in.
Oh, wow.
It is insane. And then when you go, which you'll have already gone by the time this episode airs. Okay, so the drop with the bear butt.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a drop and then it comes back up and then it drops and then I think it turns.
Okay.
Dude, wear flip-flops, man. Your socks are going to get drenched.
Okay.
Yes, because it was so funny. When my mom and my brother and I went in 2019, fall of 2019, of course, my brother always has to sit in the front because, I want the front. I'm like, stuff, Michael. so
he did it again.
Yes. So he's in the front. Maybe my mom was right behind him and then I was behind my mom. So I was in the middle. I was in like row 3. And my mom had to buy us new clothes. We were drenched. I had to get flip-flops.
Oh, wow.
Like my gym shoes, my socks. I was like, what? Like, oh my God. It was insane. But at Worlds, Doesn't happen.
Yeah, like I talked about when we were there in October of 21. I got more wet on Frozen than Splash Mountain.
At land or at World?
In World.
World, okay. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. Wild.
I know. Makes sense. It's crazy. I mean, that's why I prefer Worlds, just because you're not like miserable then the rest of the day when you're soaked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm going to have to figure out footwear.
Yeah.
Because it's also going to be kind of cold. We'll see. It's January.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't go on it at night, right? Unless you want it to
I would do that.
Unless you want it to be like your last ride of the night, so then you can just go home, like to the hotel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, I would maybe do it like during the day when it's at least warmer and have like a backpack, have flip-flops on, and then change back into your gym shoes or something, you know?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Yeah. I mean, you can always like, you know, sit and lift your feet like so you don't have to. And just sit in the back because you're probably less likely to get soaked, you know?
Yeah.
But
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be good. First world problems. It's fine.
I'm excited.
You're good. So, okay. So let's talk controversy. So,
yeah.
So, okay, 1946, okay, the movie Song of the South is what Splash Mountain is based off of, okay? So, Splash Mountain represents the rabbit, you know, the rabbit that runs away.
Yep.
Because remember when you're going up the drop and the mommy rabbit is like, whatever the words are, everybody wants, you know, don't leave me, bad person. Like, you know, whatever she's saying. Right? So it's all like despair. Right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So controversy. Let me get serious for a second. So in the ride, the rabbit runs away and encounters a fox and a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I come to find out, the research says that the underlying metaphor of that is actually stating that if slaves run away from their plantation, they'll be caught by predators or oppressive whites.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that's representing.
Yeah.
Which I did not.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Yeah, because Song of the South is like a mixture of live action film and animated.
Okay.
Animated is telling the story of, you know, Brer Rabbit and then Brer Fox and Brer Bear.
Uh-huh.
And then he, you know, escapes, goes to his laughing place in the thorn bushes.
Yep.
But the live action part is about Uncle Remus.
Okay.
Who is kind of like he's a slave, and he's telling the other, you know, slave families on the plantation that they're at about the Brer Rabbit story.
Okay.
So you can actually look up on YouTube the animated segments of the movie.
Gotcha.
They'll have that. They don't have the live action portion.
Oh, okay.
So
got it.
That's like kind of the more like controversial part.
Right.
Of it. Yeah.
I had no clue. So my ignorant white girl butt was like, I'm so sad Splash Mountain's leaving. But now I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, times have changed, man. No, you know.
But like on the well, that was sounding terrible. But like,
no, it's okay. There's so much controversy about it. Like, you know, people could take it really, really offensively, or some people just take it as like it's just a fun log flume ride, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, on the other hand, if you don't know anything about the movie that it's based off of,
and I didn't,
then it's just like you said, a fun log flume ride,
right? Exactly.
But then you're kind of like wondering if you didn't know anything about the movie, it's just like, who are these characters? And then you do your research, and it's just not the greatest history.
Exactly.
Behind it. So
totally. Yeah.
But on a bright note, Zip-A-Dee-Doo-Dah won. Zip-A-Dee-Doo-Dah.
Zip-A-Dee-Doo-Dah.
Zip-A-Dee-Doo-Dah won Best Song at
awesome.
an Oscar for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, and I like to I read too that Bob Iger says that movie has no place in the modern Disney company.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's good.
And like, you know, that's kind of been becoming a thing with Disney.
Yeah.
With, you know, the Me Too movement and them changing that whole auctioneer scene in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah.
So now it's Red, the pirate, who's kind of like beckoning or like trying to get you to join her crew.
Sure. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, because that was Me Too. I mentioned that.
Yep.
And then it was recent that Jungle Cruise they made some changes because of culturally insensitive depictions of natives.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Well, I'm glad that they're fixing things.
Yeah. Although there is one kind of fix that guests want to see happen, which will kind of like ruin the ride that they are wanting to fix. The Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
The very beginning.
Okay.
When he hangs himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't get offended by that, but I mean,
yeah,
I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know we're both like sitting here pondering.
I know.
Steve's going to edit out the silences, but it's like.
Take a moment to ponder.
Yeah. No, I didn't think of that. You're so right.
Yeah. So
that's tough. Yeah.
There are no like, it's just a rumor that I've heard that.
Sure.
They were thinking of making those changes, but
sure.
Nothing's set in stone.
Okay. That's a whole, yeah. I mean,
but I mean, like the whole ride, if you think about it, you're going through it.
Yeah.
And you end up dying at the end, and that's when you fall back out the window in the attic.
Yep.
And then you enter the graveyard, and that's when you see all the ghosts, is because you're dead.
Right.
So they'd have to like change the whole thing, which they
you can't do that because it's a ride that's like, not celebrating. The celebrating is a wrong word, but entertaining based on ghosts and spirits.
Yeah.
That's what's quote unquote scary. So it's like, I think if they still had real actors that were scaring the crap out of you, then I could see why people would be like, no. Screw this. But I mean, it's just kind of a fun, they did a great job, in my opinion, of making it a light ride. Mm-hmm. It's light, yet there's scary things about it, but everyone loves it because nobody's too scared.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, It's funny. Like just the voice, at the beginning in the stretching room and all this stuff. It's funny. Like I don't get scared in that ride, like I do at a Six Flags ride or something,
It's fun.
Not to get on that tangent of Haunted Mansion. But.
Yeah, sorry about that. But
no, that's cool.
Going back to Splash Mountain.
I think Haunted Mansion, you and I, that's in our top 5 for sure.
Oh, that's my top 1.
Yeah. I love that ride.
Top 1. That's redundant.
That's top 1.
That's top 1.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. I love it.
But yeah, going back to Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited for the future for
I absolutely, Steve and I had watched the Princess and the Frog not long ago and loved it. Mm-hmm. Music was great. Storyline. What a solid princess with depth. Snow White. It's just like she's got a job.
Yeah.
Great person. Like, some depth. Thank you, Disney, for that.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting how they show the storyline, though, in the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Because I think it'll be like a continuation of the story, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll figure it. We'll find out.
Yeah. I think they, did Frozen very well with kind of showing the story-ish. They had the big songs, right? So I'm hoping that the new ride does something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they fail though at the way they theme things. I think Disney does a great job.
They're top 1.
Yep. But yeah, in 2020 was the announcement of the retheming. So I would be actually interested, please guests that are listening, I want to hear your opinion. I really want to know. I mean, it's interesting now having done research about it. I feel like now I sort of have more of a different opinion. I used to be like, it's a classic. What the heck? But now I'm like, oh yeah, let's change it.
Yeah.
But I think people don't like change, right? And I think that it was one of the classic rides, one of the first mountain rides, right? So I think that people are probably just sad to see a classic go.
Yeah. It's been around for a while.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. I mean, when you guys were always in Disneyland, I just remember your mom always calling on her cell, calling us.
Oh!
Being like...
After the drop?
Somewhere on the ride. We're on Splash Mountain. Just wanted to give you guys a call.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh my God.
So I think my mom would return the favor and be like, we're on Splash Mountain in Disney World.
Yes. I totally forgot about that. Oh my God. You and your mom, you'll have to plan a funny picture for when you guys go.
Yeah.
Right?
On one of the rides. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see which one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But to close out this episode,
yes,
everyone do yourself a favor and look up on YouTube Splash Mountain Rap.
Okay.
It is an 80s gem.
Yeah. Love it.
It's amazing.
Love it. Well, I think we paid some tribute to Splash Mountain. It was a great ride, but I think it's going to be even even better being Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yep, coming 2024.
Yep, can't wait.
Yep.
So if people can, obviously I hope they got to ride it one last time. That's what she said. But yeah, I hope enjoy it, and it's gonna be even better.
Yeah.
So
yeah, excited.
Yep. All right, John, it's been real.
It's been real. Have a good night, Jess.
All right, bye.
Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate all your support. Please leave us a review and/or rating on your favorite podcast platform.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook under Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast. We are also on Twitter and TikTok under Parks and Pixie Dust. Give us a follow and stay tuned for lots of updates.
And you can also email us at parksandpixiedustpodcast@gmail.com.
Our episodes come out weekly on Wednesdays.